Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. We're going to summarize the main points together, but the main message is that in today's modern times, with all of our technology, electronic devices, TV, constant ads, stimulation, we can no longer focus deeply on things and we can no longer enter a state of deep work. The author calls it deep work, which is just equivalent to having deep focus and concentration on whatever task you're doing. Because there's so many interruptions and bombardments to our attention span, we are no longer capable of this anymore. And so he gives strategies and suggestions for how we can re-enter this state more often, this state of deep work and deep focus, and how to basically get shit done and get shit done at a deeper level. So first he kind of goes through some points about how we really are not wired to multitask. Literally, multitasking decreases our productivity. It doesn't work out for us. We are not capable, and our brains are not capable of properly multitasking. And he illustrates this data in a study that was conducted in 2009 at the University of Minnesota, where a lady, she basically observed groups of people moving on from different tasks. So she got one group of people to try to complete a puzzle and then interrupted them in the middle of like them trying to figure out this puzzle and was like, yeah, go look at resumes because we're gonna pretend that you're hiring people for a company. So she just abruptly stopped them from the task they were doing, which was the puzzles, and was like, do something completely different and refocus your energy. And she found that the people who were interrupted in the middle of doing their puzzle actually performed very poorly on the next task because their mind was still attached to the first task that they were doing, which was the puzzle. So your mind has a really difficult time detaching and sort of like refocusing on a new activity. It takes a bit of time, especially when you're interrupted, midway in your concentration. And I'm sure you know that from your own experience. I certainly do. It's really hard for me to move on from task to task, especially when you're in such a deep, concentrated state. Do not multitask. It's dumb. It will not work for you. It does not increase productivity. It might seem like you're busy. It might seem like you're doing more work, but in reality, you really aren't. This can be quite subtle. The author emphasizes this can be subtle. It can be as simple as, say, you're composing an email, and then you have your actual inbox open, so you're seeing notifications from people emailing you, and it's like ding, 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 and yet you're trying at the same time to write this email. Even that is enough to derail your concentration and kind of zap you out of that deep, concentrated state. So it's really important to be totally aware of all the distractions around you and how it is affecting your ability to focus. Next, the author kind of maps out different strategies that you can use so that you can successfully enter these states of deep work and get stuff done. So he kind of categorizes these different strategies. The first strategy he calls the monastic approach. Yeah, I'm gonna double check that. I'm just reading off my notes here. Monastic approach. Okay, so basically that means that you completely isolate yourself from all distractions. Turn off your phone, turn off your computer, turn off the TV, or maybe you just completely leave the house. But you isolate yourself completely to focus and zero in on the one thing that you want to focus on. Say you're writing a book, go up to your attic with a typewriter, right? Nothing's there. Turn off your Wi-Fi. The next approach is called the rhythmic approach, and that is how you schedule 90-minute blocks of deep concentration. So that's an hour and a half. I think that's a reasonable amount of time to be in that kind of a state. You specifically and intentionally schedule that in your day so that you can get shit done during that block that you've scheduled for yourself. And the third approach he calls the journalistic approach. And that's basically to take any unexpected free time in your day, in between maybe bringing the kids to school, cooking, whatever that you happen to do during the day, whatever free time you have, intentionally it is for deep work. And the author really stresses the fact that all of these approaches are not just random, I'm gonna get in the zone, ooh, I'm just randomly gonna work on my book now because I feel like I have the motivation, I have the mood. No, the author is like, this is intentional. You specifically and intentionally plan these blocks out, whether it be random free time throughout your day, whether it be the monastic approach. It's all intentional and it's all planned. He gives an example of J.K. Rowling when she was writing her last book in her Harry Potter series, that she literally left her house and stayed at a 5-star hotel to get away from her crazy home life in order to finish off this series. She literally isolated herself to deeply focus and concentrate on her work. And sometimes that is necessary. I know a lot of people that say, I need to leave my house, get away from all the distractions in my house, go to Starbucks, go to whatever cafe or a library or whatever, to put myself in a new environment that is going to encourage me to enter deep work. He also suggests making deep work sustainable. So he's saying, if you find that your energy is wavering throughout the day, have some caffeine, eat, do something regenerative that's going to restore your energy so you can continue the deep work and the deep focus. And this ties in with the book that I summarized called When, which basically talks about that we have energy rhythms throughout the day, natural highs, natural lows. Most people have a natural high in the morning to about lunch. Then they have a natural low around 2 or 3 where their energy levels dip. Try to work around that. Work around your natural biological energy rhythms in order to get the most output possible, right? If you want to know that book summary, I'll link that in the description below for you. It is also an awesome bomb-ass book, telling you now. We crave distraction. In evolutionary times, we were programmed to pay attention to interruptions because interruptions could represent an opportunity for something better or a danger, like there could be a bear attacking us. So interruptions were really important in our brain, and so we crave that. Naturally, our brains are wired to be distracted, and it's our job to rewire our brain. Okay, there's no more bears out there gonna attack us. Now we need to rewire our brain to get things done, to create the life that we want. So one way the author suggests to rewire and to be able to better focus on the tasks at hand is meditation. Yes, meditation. I'm going to talk about meditation so many times on this channel about how good it is for you, how good it is for your mind and your quality of life and your mood and your health and your well-being and just everything. You definitely need to try meditation. So this author is also suggesting meditating, practicing mindful meditation, being present in the moment. Train your mind to focus. Meditating will train your mind to focus and concentrate on what is in front of you right now. So definitely look into incorporating meditation in your life. It really isn't that much of an investment, 20 minutes to half an hour a day. You'll see a difference just with that, just with half an hour a day. The author also suggests quitting social media cold turkey and seeing if it actually affects the quality of your life, seeing if you're actually gonna die if you don't have Snapchat. I need to literally take that advice because I am kind of addicted to Snapchat. I realize it's a problem and it's definitely a problem that I'm gonna be working on. But I bet you social media takes up a lot of your time too. And the author's like, try quitting it for a week, for a month. See how you feel. Maybe you would actually get more shit done, and actually you probably would. He also suggests that because social media is a real time killer, and it's a really good way to mess with your concentration is to have social media open all the time. See all the notifications from social media. So-and-so liked your picture. So-and-so commented on this status. Those are all just other ways that are, gonna fuck with your concentration. So you want to remove those distractions out of your life in order to enter deep work. And then lastly, the author suggests planning ahead, purposely scheduling everything, being a calendar freak, okay? And he's not saying you have to follow this 100% in stone. He said, yeah, your day's going to get arranged. Yeah, unexpected things are going to happen. He's going to say, be adaptable to that. Rearrange your blocks. He's saying, but set 30-minute blocks. I'm going to come home after work and eat. Then I'm going to have another 30-minute block to rest. Then after that, I'm going to schedule a whole hour to do deep work. You're literally going to intentionally plan and intentionally schedule deep work. And he says it's not so much about being hardcore and following the schedule. He says it's more for you to cultivate an awareness of how you use your time. For you to cultivate, oh my God, I watch 5 hours of Netflix a day. For you to realize how you're actually using your time, and then to be more aware, more intentional, more proactive in using your time wisely in order to get work done. So those are the main points from this book. I got this book summary from the app called Blinkist. It is a book summary app that summarizes all the best-selling, most popular nonfiction books that you have ever heard of. And if you want to read 20 books in one day, definitely give this app a try. You will get a 7-day free trial if you click the link below. No, they're not sponsored. Yes, I am an affiliate. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.